Hello! In this video you will be introduced to our friends Anja, Jackie and Brian, who will be talking through how collaborating with SFAC has helped bring about positive change to their work concerning children's care in Paraguay. We hope you enjoy the video.
Hi, I'm Anja Gertsen. I am a lawyer specializing in children's rights working here in Paraguay in partnership with different organizations that are working to provide alternative care for children. Most of them are providing residential care, but are interested in promoting family care, family-based care here in our country. So I am currently working in coordinating a movement that is emerging here in Paraguay. It is a movement of collaboration between these different organizations, and we have formed what is called the Paraguay Protects Families movement, where we're working together in collaboration with churches, with organizations, with children's homes, with different network agencies, and working together with the government and other NGOs to promote family-based care in Paraguay. So I got to know Mick as director of SFAC and got to know this charity and what it has to offer in 2012. At that time I was coordinating an organization called Viva Network Paraguay, and we were developing, for the very first time, we were developing a foster care program in partnership with government, and we needed better training on how to do it, better experience, and we were able to receive the visit of Mick at that time, who then offered his experience and his training to our team, who then moved forward in working together with churches and developing foster care. So at the end of our first project of foster care that we had developed with Viva Network in partnership with government, on giving feedback to the Minister of Children, the National Authority for Children's Rights, and on what had been our resources and our training in this program, he was keenly interested and admired the work that we had done with SFAC, and requested the possibility to be able to communicate in a direct way and gain more experience and consulting with this organization, with the charity, and be able to in that way impact the whole system in Paraguay, the national system, and specifically also the development of a new law and alternative care.
We were doing some big workshops with Dan and some of the SFAC volunteers who came, for judges, for social workers, and public defenders. We had a big workshop for all of them, talking all about getting kids in families. And I felt like we were all talking up here on these big legal surfaces and all of the big picture things, and sort of after a while sat back and, well, who's getting kids in families? Somebody needs to do that. And and then it turned out that it was going to be me. And so we said, we're just going to start little Neighbours, and we're going to walk until we can't walk anymore. And I figured, our paperwork is going to be a huge nightmare. We're never going to get our foundation established. It's going to take years. And then boom, we got it right away. And then, all right, well, we're never going to get a nickel worth of funding to get started. And then, you know what? It was just like, we got enough for have a part-time worker, and it's never going to get any further than that. And now we've got, 2 or 3 people on staff, Mick and Dan and the team from SFAC coaching us. And so every couple of weeks we're reaching out and having Zoom sessions and picking their brains and giving us some sort of guiding principles, whether it's a form that we need to modify and make, give us some idea. But those kinds of things have really helped us to give us direction as to where we can aim, and try to not just help 4 or 5 kids, but begin to establish a pattern of 4 organizations that could start all across Paraguay.
Caitlin was an excellent teacher, and the course was really great because I felt like it It's going to be something that we will be able to roll out very simply. It doesn't require a lot of fancy tools or PowerPoints or expensive manuals. I specifically remember her, just drawing like a clock and a remote control and a person, and how those are just those three, time limit, options, and control. And I've been able to use that with my employees, with kids that have aged out of children's homes. It's just such a simple concept, and Caitlin presented it super, super well. So I have been able to just kind of let it go into the flow of my life and decisions that we're making with biological families and offering them control and time limits. So yeah, I would say that was kind of my biggest takeaway, was how easy it's going to be to teach others.
We received basic tools, very, very practical tools in risk assessment, in evaluation assessments of children, in care planning for children, and how to carry out foster care programs. Understanding the basic principles of ensuring safety as a first and foremost in every form of work that we do with children, making sure that the child is placed in a safe family, be it biological family, adoptive family, foster family, or whatever form of care. Of understanding also how to consider the different advantages and disadvantages to different forms of care, and how to make best decisions, or the best form of decisions in every case. And also how to make sure that we give quality care to children that are placed in the different forms of care, and planning in a detailed way to ensure that every child receives the best care for him or for her.
I remember, Mick and Dan on their very first trip. I was helping translate for them, and we were going around doing workshops or whatever it was, but all the workshops for social workers. And I was just trying to pick their brain as much as I could about cases that we were working. And they were just super helpful for me to really not answer all of the questions, because for many of these cases and for many of the situations that we're in, there's not answers that are, simple. Everything's complex. But they gave me some really grounding principles that would help guide the decision-making process.
A delegation of the Paraguay government, including myself as interpreter, was able to go to the UK to understand the system hosted by SFAC and get to know local authorities and national authorities there. And shortly after that, both Mick and Dan from SFAC were able to come to Paraguay and offer training across the board with the judiciary, with the national authorities and adoption and alternative care. And the general response was so positive as far as the practices and experiences that they were sharing and the tools they were offering to our training and to our practice. People have been so relieved, excited to understand that there are best practices that they can get to know, that they can implement, that the experience that has been built up and developed in the UK and the system that is so well thought through can be applied in different and various forms, and that this sort of experience and this training can be applied and is very applicable to their day-to-day practice.
If it wasn't for the fact that SFAC is able to offer at heavily subsidized their trainings, they wouldn't happen. The government who are in these areas and would like to even pay for that, they don't have access to those resources and wouldn't happen. And for us as an organization that are just starting out, again, we're donation based as well. We wouldn't be able to afford Dan and Mick. I know that for a fact. And so for us to be able to have their expertise and be able to lean on their guidance and just tips or guiding principles for us as an organization starting out is hugely helpful. We need it because, like I said, we stumbled into this. We have great professionals, but we're able to receive from them these guiding principles and these helps, and then not only pass them on to our organization, but organizations that are looking to start or have started foster care agencies in Paraguay.
From Paraguay Protects Families, we are so grateful to be able to work together with SFAC as an organization that offers international consulting at a very reduced or available cost for us, that they are able to work across the board with high authorities in the courts or in the national authority system, as well as working with people that are in direct care of children or working as technical teams. Both Mick and Dan Hope have such a great way of communicating, of training, very practical, very fun, and their ways, their ideas, their stories, and the application of what they give, the experience, the extremely rich experience that they offer, and yet that is so applicable, so understandable in everyone's everyday practice, is extremely enriching and is very helpful to us to be able to work to strengthen our local system and our national system. We have seen that the authorities on different levels are very keen to receive SFAC back in Paraguay, to be able to continue this contact and this connection, to look how to reform our system, to make it better, to improve the practice on a daily basis, as well as the legislative system that we have in place. And we do hope to continue to work together with SFAC in strengthening these key actors on every level.
Thank you, Anja, Jackie, and Brian, for providing such interesting insights into how SFAC can help equip individuals or groups with the skills they need to ensure that the children they care for can thrive. If you would like to find out more about who SFAC are and what they do, please feel free to check out their website and social medias. Thank you for watching. Bye.